Bernie Sanders is definitely preaching to the choir on this Good Friday in a Pacific Northwest known for its liberal politics. Hillary Clinton is outsourcing her message these days, keeping it all in the family and keeping her distance from her old boss. Correspondent Peter Doocy has the story.
Hillary Clinton and Barack Obama as close as can be. That's how one conservative super PAC wants voters to think about the Democratic frontrunner. But now the former secretary is dancing away from the president, sending daughter Chelsea to the stump to decry the high costs of Obamacare and to explain how her mom can help with tax credits or executive action.
She thinks either of those will help solve the challenge of kind of the crushing costs that still exist for too many people who even are part of the Affordable Care Act and buying insurance.
Attacks on the Democratic incumbent are becoming a family affair for the Clintons this week. On Monday, Bill Clinton said the last 8 years have been a, quote, awful legacy. Now the candidate is doing damage control on a late-night comedy show.
And we are both very proud supporters of President Obama, but what it was the recognition that President Obama, who I think doesn't get the credit he deserves for getting as much done as he has in our country, has faced this implacable wall of hostility from the Republicans.
Tomorrow there are 3 Democratic contests: Washington State, Hawaii, and Alaska. And Clinton isn't campaigning at all in any of those states today, but Bernie Sanders is, courting voters and calling for an investigation into the hours-long lines seen at some polling places Tuesday.
If there is a large voter turnout tomorrow in Washington, I think we're going to do just fine.
Sanders is expected to do well out west this weekend, but none of the states are winner-take-all. Delegates will be divvied up proportionally, so it's going to be tough to make it close with Clinton. But Bernie's backers argue that success on Saturday would give party leaders a reason not to count him out.
You've got Seattle, which is very left, and then you have some other conservative areas. It represents the Democratic Party fairly well, and that we want to see how the overall representation of the Democratic Party sees Bernie or supports Bernie as a whole.
After this weekend's primaries, there are only going to be 4 more states with more delegates up for grabs than Washington's 101. That means Bernie Sanders is running out of mathematically meaningful contests to keep him competitive. Shannon.
All right, but he's sticking around. Peter Doocy, thank you.